Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is NWild19 here, or also known as Just Wild, and today we're going to be playing a little bit of Search and Destroy, going over some tips and tricks, some tactics that have helped me out, and I thought I would go ahead and pass them along to you guys. Now, if you guys don't watch the whole gameplay, make sure you stick around for the end, because there is an epic ace 1v6 clutch for the win, and it's not too shabby if you ask me. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit of the tips and tricks. Now, if you guys have ever played Search and Destroy on some of these maps, you kind of know where everyone likes to go. They kind of hold down the choke points. You know, on Octane here, it's all about this right side, the B-bomb. People like to sit on top of pawn, they sit on diner, and they kind of get the long-range shots on you here. You know, I couldn't quite get this guy, picked up an LMG, but for some reason, if we look at the kill cam, it doesn't even show me shooting. So maybe I should have pre-fired around that corner, which, you know, can also help as well. Now that I know that there's like 3 of them up there on top of pawn, I'm going to go ahead and go left here. Now, there's 2 ways you can play Search. Is either you can put on Marathon or you can rush straight into their spawn, try to get behind all of them, or you can kind of wait a little bit, kind of catch them off guard, because after a while, people will start to move around if they don't see you coming that way. They think it's safe, but not quite. Like I pick off this guy here on the side of Pinky's. He didn't even know what was going on. He thought he could rush us. He thought he could get behind us, probably all at the B flag, but not today, my friend. As you see me rushing here this left side, because we all know they're going right. You know, all the time they go on top of that pawn shop. I have to think about teamwork. You know, I definitely am rolling with the clan here, so teamwork is a big factor in Search and Destroy. You know, even with people without mics, if you just communicate a little bit, it definitely will give you some kind of advantage. You know, people will start to listen in Search and Destroy just because they kind of have to. You know, as long as you do have a good mic and you're not, you know, that annoying, people won't mute you because it's all about the teamwork in here. That's why we get some call outs. You know, we spend the time and we're like, hey, what should we call this building? So we try to keep, you know, 1 to 2 words instead of having to explain, you know, 2 minutes that they're on top of pawn shop. We can just say top pawn, or, you know, top broken for the auto body shop. We know they're on the 2nd floor. So that's a big factor as well. You know, communication is always key. Now let's get into a little bit about the perks. Now, as you guys can see here, there's 1 guy left, and we know he's not in his original spawn. You know, he's got to be somewhere here. And this is where I start to hear him a little bit, you know, because I've got Amplify on. Amplify is a really good one, especially if you're pub stomping in these lobbies, because you can kind of tell what surface they're running on. And as you see here, I'm trying to pinpoint him, and then I realize, okay, he's got to be top floor. You know, I'm looking around, yep, and sure enough, there he is. So Amplify is definitely really useful, you know, especially dead silence as well, because you want to stay quiet. You know, people that run without dead silence and Search and Destroy is pretty much asking to be shot. Those are the people that, if you're not running dead silence, you want to stay back a little bit. You want to have those, get those long range shots, because if you're in their spawn and these guys are running Amplify and you're not running dead silence, well, you're in just a world of trouble. And I can't believe I went back to this bomb here. I knew this guy was here, and I tried to poke my head out in the bomb site, but, you know, I should have known better. I think I go 14-2 in this game. My 2 deaths were always at this B bomb here, and you think I would learn by now. You think I would have went up the middle or something, try to flank these guys, but no, not really. So this is going to be the 3rd round here, but now let's get into, oh, look at this guy camping. Let's get into this 6-man clutch here, because I'm throwing stuff out. You know, I try to tell these guys that I was a little bit late on the call out that I had vests, so everyone did not get one. And, you know, that's another thing, too. If you have vests, definitely call them out before. And this noob tube is probably the worst thing I have ever used. It's so inaccurate because it shoots out 2, and the second one always seems to get stuck on a rooftop or somewhere that I'm not shooting. I'm not sure why people even use that thing. But as you can see here, I see people are dying. You know, they've got that crossbone look to them. So I know that they're coming back here in the spawn. They actually went to the right side. Maybe they learned something, you know. It seems like depending on which mode you're in, you know, whether attacking or defending, people always seem to go left. You know, if you're attacking, you go left over here to the A-bomb, and when you're defending, you go left to watch the B-bomb. It's kind of funny how that works. But another thing that comes to mind is reflexes. You want to stay on your toes. You know, that's why you see me, I kind of aim in a little bit just so I stay sharp. You know, I'm not sitting in a corner. I don't get relaxed at all. Because at this point, I'm the only one left, and they have a full team still. Now look at that Amplify going to work. And so you definitely want to be quick on the trigger finger, you know, trust your shots. You know, I see a lot of people, you know, it kind of goes in with sniping. You know, you have to assume that you're going to be on target. You know, if you take that second to line them up, that could be the second between life and death. So you definitely want to be quick on your toes. That's why I use submachine guns most of the time. And even with assault rifle, I'm running, you know, stalker or quick draw or something like that. So as I was saying, you want to trust your shot, but you also want to pick your shots as well. You know, you don't want to fire someone going into the gas station if you're not going to be able to kill them, because then you're just giving away your position. And if you do that, well, there's a chance that, you know, 2 or 3 different ways. Oh man, I can't believe I lived through this. there's going to be 2 or 3 different ways that he can come around and flank you, so you want to be careful about that. You don't want to give away your position, so make sure you trust and also pick your shots at the same time. So anyway, you guys, I hope you found these tips and tricks useful. If you did, feel free to slap that like button. It only takes 1.25 seconds. And as always, you guys, thank you for the support. Make sure you subscribe to the Team Justus Pro channel. And if you really like this video, why don't you become part of Team Wild today? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And this is NWild19, Just Wild, signing out.